Hello, and welcome to Chad and Wess Watch a Movie. If you'd like to contact us, you can reach us at chadandwess@gmail.com. If you like what you hear, you can subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a review, and follow us on SoundCloud. On today's episode, we watch Inception.
Hi everyone, welcome to Chad and Wess Watch a Movie. This is Wes.
This is Chad.
If you're tuning in, you're probably like, what the heck is this? Because we've never done this before.
Yes, it is our first time to watch a movie and do this podcast.
Yeah, so
We've never watched a movie before in our lives.
That's actually the whole premise. We're actually Amish, and we've never even seen technology before. So it's actually quite amazing we've been able to record our own voices into this strange silver box that I bought at the fruit store.
None of these things we've said is true. Anyway, so we've decided on the movie Inception for our first podcast on watching movies and doing commentaries. Commentaries?
Commentaries. It's kind of like commentaries, but with more pauses.
We like punctuation in this podcast.
See, you're going to learn something tonight. Bet you didn't know that.
And because it'll probably be a theme throughout most of our podcasts, if not at least when we watch movies and comment on them, we thought we'd introduce what we're drinking. So what are you drinking tonight there, Wes?
Tonight I have the Samuel Adams Summer Ale. It is very delicious.
I am drinking my homebrew hard cider. Don't know. I'm sure there's a brand name to it because it was a kit given to me. But we're just going to go ahead and say it's my brand. Why not? And it is delicious. It's like candy.
Everybody likes their own brand.
Everyone does like their own brand. That's true.
Yeah, so tonight we've got Inception. So we're going to start here in just a second, and we'll go through it and just watch the movie with whoever's listening out there. If you want, feel free to grab your Blu-ray, your DVD, or your hopefully legally obtained copy of the movie. So I'm sure that's what all of you are doing.
We do not support piracy on this podcast.
We do not support piracy. We have purchased a copy, and by we I mean Chad has. I've got my copy at home. And we've got it loaded up in the Blu-ray player here, so we'll let you know when we're going to start, so that way you can watch it along with us. Hopefully everything will line up for you. We'll just go through and kind of give our thoughts and opinions and anecdotes about what's happening. And
probably have some random side conversations as well.
And also talk about things completely unrelated to what's happening in the movie, so I'm glad you're following along.
Also, just so you know, this is the normal edition. If there is an extended edition or any other kind of like content that isn't normal, that we are watching the standard version. We're actually watching the Blu-ray of it. Shouldn't make a difference on that though. The DVD and VHS, Betamax should all have the same content.
If you've got a DVD copy, throw that out. You've got to go to the store right now. We'll wait.
Well, and also it is. It appears to be exactly 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 8 seconds long. So we should probably get started.
That's probably true. All right, so Chad's going to grab the controller here. We'll do our little countdown. We will press play in 3, 2, 1.
All right, and it is on its way. We're now seeing the beautiful Is it Warner Brothers? Yeah.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers and Syncope, I think.
Gotcha.
Did you? I'm assuming you saw this in theaters.
Oh, I did see this in theaters.
Okay.
It was amazing.
So I remember when I saw the trailer for this movie the first time, I honestly had no idea what it was about. All I remember was the music, which we're hearing now. Wah! Just that and like a building turning sideways and kind of like folding on top of itself, and I was just very intrigued because I couldn't tell what was happening. Like I think and maybe it was just the teaser or something, so they didn't talk a whole lot about the plot.
Well, it seemed like a lot like my experience when The Matrix came out. When The Matrix came out,
yeah.
I had no idea what it was, other than it was kind of like a sci-fi movie, and I went with my sisters. We're all into sci-fi, and we were like blown away by that movie because we had no idea what we were about to see.
Yeah.
And this was this movie too. I had an idea just because I had seen the trailers beforehand, but this movie was incredible in the theaters.
Yeah. This part right here with the kids, it's cool to go back and watch it again after you like know what's going to happen, because to understand like the gravity of him seeing his kids there on the beach is, you know, a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and we didn't mention this before, but I would not suggest, if this is your first time watching Inception, watching it with our commentary.
Oh, God.
Because we're going to ruin the shit out of this movie.
I forgot to do this this podcast and also another that we just recorded, but spoilers for days. If you don't want to have this thing spoiled for you before you get to the end, then you should have already stopped watching it. Yeah, I can remember,
yes.
By this point, I already have 1,000 questions the first time I go to see this. I'm like, why is he in the water? Why are there kids on the beach? Why is that guy poking him with that gun?
Yeah.
Who's this old guy? What's happening?
What just got set there in front of him? Why is that important?
Yeah.
Because obviously they focus in on the spinning top thing, It is integral. And you can tell. You gotta love old man makeup.
You gotta love them trying. Yeah, I at this point, when this movie came out, I'd already seen Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, so I was already really kind of digging what Christopher Nolan was doing, and so that was one of the big reasons why I wanted to see it. And apparently, I was reading about this today because I was like, well, I'm going to look up some stuff about the movie. He had written this before he even started working on Batman, and took it and pitched it to Warner Brothers, and they're like, it seems cool, but you need to get some big budget stuff under your belt first, because it's going to take you a lot of money to make this movie you want to make. So you need to. Oh, look, they're younger now.
You say, wait a minute, what just happened?
They're like, you need a lot of money to do this. So why don't you go make some bigger movies, and then we'll let you give it a shot. And so after The Dark Knight, and Christopher Nolan could pretty much write his ticket in Hollywood. So
yeah, it's as per usual, Wes. You've done research. You've got things to talk about. I'm like, yeah, we decided to do this a week ago. I haven't looked at anything about this movie since then.
I'm here to do the part for the thinking man.
I'm here to do the part for the guy that wants to drink more cider beer. Yeah. The only problem with the volume we have this at is I can't hear the dialogue at all.
Yeah.
We are trying to not break any copyright laws by not being able to hear the volume on the podcast, but I think we're going to turn it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't come through.
Yeah. I think this might have been one of, if not the first movie that I saw Joseph Gordon-Levitt in, so I wasn't quite sure what to think about him. Yeah, I love how they don't waste any time getting to, oh yeah, this is a dream.
Yeah. Well, the layers of what's going on, you're not even begun to be revealed yet.
Yeah. Well, and I think definitely for the movie to work, they had to make sure that you understood what was going to be happening, because if you can't understand the concept of them being inside a dream, then you're going to have a hard time watching the rest of this movie.
Well, probably my favorite thing about it was, and then boom, we're over here to this wait, what?
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Why is he in 3 places?
Well,
yeah.
And to me, the best thing that came from this movie is all of the references to Inception. Oh, this is the Inception of whatever. It's a comic within a comic within a comic.
Yeah, if you're not someone who can deal with jumping back and forth between timelines in a movie or things like that, then this is definitely not the movie for you. You have to be comfortable jumping back and forth between the same character doing different things, but at the same time.
Right.
Once again, you see all the stuff filing, so if you're paying half attention, you can probably figure out what's going on here. But
well, and I also love the way that they wake them up from the dreams, the feeling of falling, the going into the water.
Yeah.
And that consistency throughout, even if you're within a dream and you fall into water, that's going to wake you up from the dream within the dream. We might be stretching here a little bit.
Yeah, I think I have some problems with that in a couple of places when we get further in this movie, but yeah, I will go ahead and say this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I'll spread some more thoughts into it as we move along, and things connect the dots with what I like about it so much. But it's an awesome movie. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, I love this movie. I'm surprised that I haven't seen it more times. I bought the Blu-ray when it came out specifically because I liked it so much, and I think I might have watched it once since it came out, and I really need to watch it more. Hey, I recognize that beach.
Hey, look, a beach.
But it's going to end up there in many, many years.
Yeah, they definitely kind of things move pretty quick in this movie.
Yeah. So do you think there is any possibility that they would ever try to do a sequel to this?
Well, Chad, it's funny you ask. So, in some of my research today, apparently at one point, I think the last time you mentioned was back in 2010 or something, so a little bit after the movie had come out, somebody had asked Christopher Nolan, he said he's not opposed to the idea of doing a sequel, he just doesn't have any real thoughts about how to do it. But apparently one of the actors said that whenever they all signed their contracts and stuff, it was for a multiple picture deal in case they ever did decide to do another one. So, I'm sure that's pretty standard for movies nowadays. I mean, good Lord, especially if you're Christopher Nolan, like when you get people to...
Oh, wait, is this a scene from Hitman? Oh, no, wait, he's not bald.
Yeah, if you're making a successful movie in Hollywood nowadays, you automatically get your actors to sign multi-picture deals because who can tell like when you're going to want to make another one? I mean, we're already at the point now where we're 30 years after Star Wars and we're still going strong with that one. I mean, if not stronger than it was.
Oh man, Star Wars.
Heavy breathing.
Don't even get me started. Like, hey, let's talk about Star Wars during the entire movie and then Inception.
I could.
Wait a minute.
Oh, did you see the Star Wars Comic-Con stuff from yesterday?
I did not see all of it.
Oh, man.
I've seen a little bit. I saw like a quick version of the trailer where... Not trailer. No, sorry. Now I'm distracted by what's going on. Oh man, she betrayed you. So,
yeah, they've got this weird, like, you can't figure out if they like each other or if they're...
Well, yeah, and, like, who is she? Why did...
We've got the obligatory, let me slide all my stuff across this table to you scene.
But you won't remember this in the morning, so I'm cool.
Yeah, so we've got the... Start to kind of figure out what you can and can't do in the dreams here.
What is her problem with them?
And in the head.
Wait a minute, he just killed his friend. Why'd he do that?
Don't shoot your buddy. And he's okay.
I also like how when he was going through in like stealth mode and shooting, he was also catching the bullets coming out.
Yeah, that's some attention to detail right there.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember one of the things that got me about this movie is just a lot of the way they did the sequences and how creative all this is. I mean, I don't think there's really anything else out there they've done like this. It's such a unique thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, you got the confidential files.
Good thing they marked it, or else he wouldn't know that.
Yeah. And I guess the dream is colored by the person who's dreaming it, right? So
yeah.
If that was the secret information, they thought it was confidential. It's also interesting to see like the flavors of each person's dream and how different they are.
Yeah. Now this is something that I don't think they touched on as much as they could with the device that puts them into sleep.
Yeah.
Or I guess powers the dream or whatever. Like I know later in the movie they go and find the guy to come up with like the really cool drug that they're going to use to be in really deep, but they didn't talk much about that machine that they used.
So
he's trying to remember all this stuff before he gets woken up. Oh, look at that.
So right as they're giving him the kick, you don't know what
Yeah.
that is yet until you just see that and he's like...
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute, what's happening? This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a scene from the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Where you see the water rushing in and you're like, what's going on?
How is that possible? It's all these sequences with like how the dream world is connected with the real world is really cool.
Yeah.
He
wakes up. So the dream that they were inside then was the guy that just tried to kill him, right?
Yeah, Ken Watanabe, I think is his name, or the actor's name.
And so, whose dream are they in now? That's what I'm forgetting.
I think it's the third guy who doesn't like show up the rest of the movie.
Okay.
I don't even know who that. I don't even know if they say why he doesn't show up.
He's not in the room right now, but
right, he was. Yeah, I don't think they say why the other guy doesn't show up the rest of the movie. I think it's just all of a sudden he's not there anymore. Yeah, that guy.
Well, don't they? Well, I think they do at some point. They say something about.
Oh yeah, there we go.
They can't. The closer, like, he can draw the people away. Basically, the people that are populating his dream.
Yeah.
So they put the music on to let him know that they're about to wake him up, right? That's like the signal.
Yeah, that's the sign that they're coming up on it.
So normal speed here. This is the first time you get an idea of the time dilation.
Yeah. So it seems like they're already doing some crazy stuff here with being, 2 dreams in.
Right. Huh.
Yeah, because if my face was on the carpet, I would definitely be able to tell if it was fake or not.
Well, isn't there part of this where he's been trained to tell when he's been put into a dream?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I think they explained that at some point. Is that he had some training because this carpet was built by someone else's dream.
Yeah. Well, it's cool. You talked about, The Matrix being the first kind of movie like this that you had seen a trailer for or got excited about.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because there's that whole what's the real world, what's the fake world type thing, and what are the things you can do in the fake world. And
before you even know that they're in the Matrix, you're like trying to figure out why do these people, how can they do this? Are they superheroes? Are they, what's going on here? What are they talking about? Blue pill, red pill? Like, what do you mean by all of that? Oh, wait. He's getting attacked by the people that he's controlling. Now, because it's his dream and he's waking up, does it not pull him out?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the part where it gets a little weird. It's like, what? So they had a timer, so apparently there's a limit to how long they can stay down there. I don't know if that's the machine that controls that, and maybe since it was getting down to the end, they had it triggered where it would wake them up no matter what, and that's just how the dream kind of happened.
Right. Well, and so at this point, they're like, okay, we screwed up. We're out of here.
Yeah.
We didn't get this done. But I've heard some, like, over the years, theories about, like, okay, are they actually still in the dream right now? Or they, there's all these different points at which they think... Yeah, he's like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I feel like a needle's been in my arm.
But there's like theories about, well, wait, is this actually yet another dream that they're in? They don't know it.
Oh yeah.
Because he has his that's his totem. That's what they call it.
Well, so here's the thing, and this is when we start to get into the ending and that whole chestnut. But that's not his totem.
Yeah.
His totem is not the top. His totem is his wedding ring. That's his wife's totem.
Ah.
And so the whole thing was, don't touch someone else's totem, or else you could screw up the, you don't know if it's real or not.
Time-space continuum?
Wait, are we watching Interstellar?
No, that was a Star Trek reference, not Interstellar. Ah!
I think it was kids again. You get a little bit more pieces of the puzzle with his kids.
Right.
Dude.
But the question is, did they ever grow any older? So is he actually in a dream right now?
Yeah, I think at the end, I think they are older.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll
Dude,
have to see.
When I saw this, I don't know what it was, but like when the first time I saw this movie, when it got to the end, I bawled like a baby. I'm not even kidding.
I believe it. 100%. So you bring up The Matrix again.
Yeah.
Quick question. What's your favorite Matrix movie?
Oh, the first one.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta say, it's the one that held the most magic for me.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Animatrix? The animated ones?
I did not.
Okay. I own them. I'll have to let you watch them sometime. They're actually pretty fun.
Yeah. So I had never seen The Matrix before, and I went to go see the third Matrix in theaters, having not seen the first one or the second one. A friend of mine was like, "Oh, we're going to go to the movies." I was like, "Oh, I'll go."
That's like if you watch the Star Wars movies in episodic order. You ruin all the rest of them by watching episode 1 first.
Are you trying to start a fight?
Oh, man, Robin. Is this before he became Robin or after?
It's during.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's currently Robin. Is he the new Batman? Is Leonard DiCaprio?
Yep. Old Leonard. Old Titanic boy, all grown up. Have you seen a lot of movies with Leonardo DiCaprio in it?
Yeah, I would say I've seen probably not all of his movies by any means.
Did you see Wolf of Wall Street?
I did not. I want to see that.
Oh, you need to watch that movie. We'll have to watch it together.
Well, we'll have to do that. I don't...
No, that's a long movie. The movie's...
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it's like 3 hours long.
That's cool. I like long movies. I like movies in general, so... Wait a minute. How'd he find us?
Oh, never mind. I remember now. That's what happens to the third guy. He betrayed them, and so they get rid of him. Oh, yeah, they offer him up to one of the other companies they stole from.
Right.
Something else I think you have to be paying attention to kind of pick up on. They don't talk a whole lot about what they're really doing, like the whole corporate espionage thing.
Yeah, it's definitely garbled.
Oh, that's the name of the movie.
Oh man, they said the name of the movie. It's great.
That's how you know a movie's good. They say it. It's like that part of the Lion King where they're like, "Now you're the Lion King," and everyone's like, "Yeah."
It's like in Batman vs Superman where they're gonna be like, Batman vs Superman.
No, I can't say versus. It's V.
V. Oh, you're right. It's Batman v Superman.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Court case. Would just wait.
Hey, you're doing a spoiler for other podcasts.
Dunk dunk.
We might have the volume too low. Have they done the sound yet?
I don't know. We can fill it in. We'll make sure that the listener can really appreciate what's happening.
Wow, that helicopter ride was so enthralling. We talked about nothing about this movie during that whole time.
To America.
What can no one fix? I mean, that's like the...
Do they ever say what it was that happened? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I forgot.
What was it? I forget, too.
They think that he killed his wife. And so that's why he can't go back, because he's wanted for murder.
That's right. Oh. So, okay, now I'm remembering. Because she thought she might have still been in a dream, and she wanted to wake up, and she killed herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he blamed himself for it, which...
Yeah.
Because he get her...
Which is right, because it was his fault.
How was it his fault?
No, I'm just being
he got her into the whole dream business thing.
Yeah. Well, it was her dad, Michael Caine's character, who we haven't seen yet. I think he's the one that invented all this.
Leonard DiCaprio?
Yeah. He was like, "Leonard, you gotta come work for me, bro."
Come on, Leonard.
Can I call you Lenny? Is that okay?
Man, both Uh, what's his name?
Batman and Robin?
They call Robin by 3 names. It's Jason Gordon-Levitt. Is that it?
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt. Okay. So Josephus and Leonard, they always have such like serious scowls on their face throughout this entire movie. It's like,
dude,
everything's so serious.
His wife committed suicide. Who knows when he's seen his kids last, and he can't go back to America because he wanted for murder. How much more serious could it get?
Lighten up, bro. That's all I'm saying.
And he spends all of his time in other people's dreams.
Could be worse. Just saying.
He could have herpes?
Well, he might have herpes. We don't know that. But, you know, he could be trapped on some kind of island with all these other kids. Isn't that some Leonardo DiCaprio movie? Like
what?
Blue something. Oh, hey, this is the guy you were talking about.
Oh, it's Alfred.
Wait. This is the cast from Batman.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan loves recycling his characters. So, and the Asian guy, Ken Watanabe, he was in Batman Begins.
He was
fake Ra's al Ghul.
Fake? Ra's. Oh, that's right, because it ended up being guy that I can't remember his name also.
It ended up being Taken guy.
Taken guy? Oh, yeah, Taken.
I have a particular set of skills. I can quilt like nobody's business.
You know what? I think it was during the wrong trailer I listened to earlier today that I heard a voice that was supposed to be Batman voice, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be terrible if that's actually the way he's going to do Batman voice. Before we obviously later realized I was listening to a fan-created trailer.
Yeah, so you've got Alfred, you've got Ra's al Ghul, you've got Talia in this movie.
Oh yeah, that's the wife.
Yep, that's the wife. You've got New Robin. Joseph Gordon.
Which they're never going to do anything with, obviously.
Oh no, they're done with that.
That's too bad, because I mean they totally set it up for them to be able to do something with it. Have they ever said why they decided not to do that?
Apparently, Christopher Nolan said like he told his story, like everything kind of ended up the way that he.
Why would he leave it like that though? Why would he leave him discovering the Batcave and?
Well,
did they call it the Batcave in that?
I don't know.
They should have called it the Batcave. Because it's the Batcave.
Everything else has the word bat before it.
I'm going to put on my bat pajamas.
Alfred, I'm calling you on the bat intercom. I'm on the bat toilet. I'm all out of bat TP.
Get your bat butler ass down here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a director like Christopher Nolan, like he's probably got so many ideas that he doesn't want to get stuck making Batman movies all the time. I mean, the fact that he did 3 of them is honestly kind of impressive.
I don't know, man.
Well,
but okay, so fine, change directors or whatever.
Oh, Juno.
But they could have continued the story. Oh man, don't even get me started with Juno. I walked out of that movie. I do not walk out of movies often.
What?
I walked out of that.
You
movie.
walked out of Juno?
It was horrible.
Sorry, guys, we're not going to talk about Inception for a minute because I've got to hear this story.
Look, I don't want to get into my problems with that because it's going to be a polarizing issue. But let me just say that I don't walk out of movies.
Yeah,
I walked out of that movie. I can sit through a lot of stuff.
This is all right. We'll put a pin in this. You and I will discuss this later.
You and I might talk about this off mic, but yeah, no.
Because I've watched Juno a couple of times. I like Juno. Oh, the face you were making.
We will agree to disagree. There we go. She ignores the grid. Wait a minute. I'm completely confused.
But no, you drew a circle. I want you to do a square maze.
You're cheating, you cheater.
Then he throws her off the rooftop. Not dreaming now, are you?
Wait a minute. He's like, this is a perfect base of operations for the Batcave.
Can't get you straight what movies anybody's doing.
Oh wait, no, he would be making the Robin Cave. Never mind.
The bird
bird's
nest.
Oh,
there we go.
At the same time, that's stupid.
Yeah, we are both the same kind of idiot.
We are. Yes.
I remember this part coming up was in the trailer, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh no. Like, this this part, like when you all of a sudden reveal that they're in a dream right now, was pretty cool. Like that first time you see that.
Yeah. The only bad thing to come out of that is that now you wait for them to say they're in a dream every single scene.
Right.
You spend this entire movie like trying to figure out, are they dreaming right now? Are they dreaming? I can't tell if they're awake. Are they asleep? What's happening?
Yeah, like right now.
It still blows my mind like how he came up with all this, and like all the fact that like there's an architect for the dream and there's somebody else who does this part, and they've got to have a team. And
yeah, like it makes sense. It makes sense that you have to be in someone particular's dream, but the dreamer is the architect, right? Or is the architect one of the inhabitants of the dream, one of the people going into the other person's dream?
The architect is not the dreamer, because the dreamer can't know the layout of everything, or else they'll know that it's fake. They've got to be able to believe it.
Okay.
That's why, if you remember, there's a scene coming up where like she's working on the stuff, and he's like, "Oh, let me take a look at it." She like covers it up. She's like, "No, you can't see."
Right. So this is her realizing that they're in her dream?
Yeah, so he just revealed to her that she's in a dream, and so she's, for the first time, like realizing that everything is screwed up and wrong. And
right. And is she kind of, I'm guessing, is she doing this in her own mind, or is this just because it's all, like, it's breaking apart for her?
yeah, I think this is just the way that, like, her dream is reacting to her figuring it out. You know, because when you fall asleep, like, all kinds of crazy stuff happens when you dream. And I guess that's just how her mind happened to respond to the fact that it realized it was asleep and dreaming and it wasn't supposed to.
Huh. So then they were in her dream, but he was the architect.
Yes.
Okay. So this is another problem that I have with this movie, is that like each layer deeper they get into the dream, the more time passes like inside the dream. It was like your brain has a limitation on how much information it can process at any given like rate or speed and stuff like that.
Yeah, and apparently the limit is 3 dreams, Chad.
It's just silly.
Well, and they did say that the deeper you go, the more fragile the dream becomes. I mean, that makes sense.
I guess. I don't know, man. It's like, oh man, we could figure out all the world's problems if we could just get 3 layers deep into someone's brain and then, figure stuff out and then wake up and go back in 3 layers deep and just, you have almost infinite amount of time to figure out things.
Oh, I've been doing this for 5 minutes. I already know everything.
I know. I guess that's the idea, is that she's a super genius, but like, how is she a super genius about the way the dreams work and like this master maze maker and like,
yeah,
and oh hey look, I've already got the ability to control this. It's just a stretch. Although, I guess she's the chosen one. She's the Neo character of this.
But how many midichlorians does she have? That's my question.
All the midichlorians.
Oh, even more than Master Yoda?
Yes, sure. Oh man, that's freaking crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing this in the trailer and I was like, what the hell is going on?
It reminds me of another movie where, and shoot, of course, I don't remember the name of the movie like usual.
Crazy Town?
Yeah, where there's 2 separate worlds that are like orbiting each other, and you essentially have, like, they're so close that if you climb up on like the highest peak of one and the highest peak of the other, you can almost like touch each other. But they're, kind of, I guess, racist against each other, and they don't like each other. You have
I think
any
I remember
idea
hearing
what
it.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, it seems familiar. I didn't see it, but
It was a sci-fi movie.
fairly recent, right?
Yeah, relatively recent. But this scene with the 2, the folding over, that makes me think of when, the one traveled to the other, and they like had to wear special stuff to like react to the other world's gravity instead of their own and stuff.
Yeah. This is a cool part right here where he's kind of explaining, like, you're in my dream, and if my dream figures out that you're in here and that you're not a part of it,
yeah,
then my dream's going to freaking kill you.
Jack you up.
He's like, oh crap, she's learning too quickly.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
Right. She's obviously like not paying attention to the fact that he's like trying to warn her about what's going on.
He's like, maybe you don't do this.
But then this is like trippy. This is one of those Matrix moments where they're like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but again, this is whole like she knows to do this.
Yeah.
And like sets this thing up and
It is pretty cool though. There's the concept of doing this. But here's the question. If they're about to like create this big long road out of doing this, why didn't they also duplicate all of the themselves they see in the road? Because it's her
because
and him.
she broke the mirror.
I guess. This
Well, yeah,
point
and-
right here.
Yeah. And there's all those people.
Yeah, and you think all those people are about to get pissed because it's his subconscious.
See, this is his fault. He starts to.
Yep. He starts getting distracted.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and he's getting freaked out. He's like, "Oh, you're about to screw everything up." Yeah, this is. You kind of get more and more about what's going on with his wife, and
Yeah.
that's one of the things I liked about this is that there was always something like you didn't know, but you kept trying to figure out, and there's always a single thread they kept going that you couldn't figure out what was happening.
That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
And that's not exactly like a quick and painless way to get
Yeah, I was getting ready to
killed.
say they cut out the part where she stabs her 36 times before
And
she actually
bleeds out.
dies.
Right? That's jacked up.
Oh,
Oh, she showed up.
damn it, Joe! What are you talking about? We don't know about her.
He goes back. Now, you said that that's not his totem. That's
Right.
her totem.
Yeah, that's her totem.
And his totem is his ring. Does he have it on?
That's the question. I've seen some other people talk about.
I don't. It's not on. his
It's
hand.
not on right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, that seems to be the trick. Is that? Oh man, this is gonna ruin the end. But whatever.
Whatever. We already
Well,
told people
I don't
we're going to talk about it.
So, the big dispute about the end of the movie.
Yeah. Is you never see the thing land.
Right, you never see it land. It kind of wobbles a little bit, but then it cuts out, and so you don't really know. Well, one of the other telltale signs that he is actually awake is the fact that apparently, like when he gets off the plane and he hands something to the ticket guy or whatever, somebody says you can notice that he's not wearing his wedding ring, which in the rest of the movie has been a sign that he's been awake, because when he's in the dream, he's wearing the wedding ring.
Oh, so all the dream sequences he has the ring on when he's not in the dream. Well, the question is though. Hey, look, it's Bane.
Oh god! And here comes the voices.
Sorry if that sounded horrible on the podcast. I probably peaked the audio a bunch. I'm just distracted by Bane now.
dark.
I don't think this gives you power over me. No, so like you said, he's wearing the ring in the dreams. He's not. But what if right now he's actually in a dream? What if the entire movie, when you think he's quote awake, that's actually all a dream that he's within?
Yep.
And so it kind of doesn't matter. Okay, so when he's within a dream, within his initial dream, he's wearing the ring.
Yeah. I mean, and who's to say that he has not thoroughly convinced himself that the real world, is a dream, and he's just convinced himself that it's real. Yeah, I mean, essentially you could do that for any layer they go into. I mean, that's the problem with. This is why we haven't been able to do it.
Right.
This is the reason, like, this whole dream thing is crazy, is because when can you figure out whether or not you're really awake?
And that's what drove his wife nuts and caused her to kill himself.
Exactly.
But if they happen, because didn't I think they said at some point, something like, we were experimenting with going into dreams and dreams within dreams, in our stuff.
Yeah.
And she thought she was within a dream, so she killed herself. Well, what if she killed herself and did wake up from the dream? She's actually waiting for him outside of the dream, but he has convinced himself that he's actually,
Yeah.
In the real world, and she's committed suicide, and he's just going on and on and on.
Right.
Like, that could be the sequel.
Yeah. Maybe the sequel is from her perspective, and it's all about how does she
It's all her watching him in a hospital. It's just her sitting there.
She goes to the vending machine, gets some coffee.
That didn't seem safe.
No. Oh god.
You
With
just
that,
said
like,
you're not dreaming now. Maybe it's foreshadowing. He was dreaming now. This is subconscious coming after him. No.
there's so many what ifs and could be's.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. I mean, especially with the ending, like there is no straight answer, and even Christopher Nolan said like he said he's been asked about the ending to this movie more than anything else he's ever did, and
he's ever did, or he's ever done
than anything he has ever created before, whatever. But he said he did it on purpose, like he wanted people to be questioning the movie.
He's like,
maybe you shouldn't go there if you don't speak.
That waiter's racist. We don't serve your kind here.
I don't like you either.
Oh, Star Wars. Yeah.
He's even trying to order. He just wants some coffee.
I know, man. That's terrible. There we go.
Yeah.
Obviously an expert martial artist and bullet time dodger. He's able to outrun all these guys. So he's a distance runner, sprinter.
Oh, I'm going to jump off this wall.
Oh, he's a parkour guy.
Parkour.
And scientist / dream invader. This, it's kind of like...
and apparently he used to be the best architect for the dreams.
Why don't you turn? He's trying to run straight through. Turn your body. You would be fine.
I'm not a smart man.
You figure out all these other things and you get stuck in a hole.
Hey, there's, lots of really smart people don't have good common sense. Door.
Oh, look at that. Doored.
That's how I ride in the car.
Yeah.
All the way down.
Oh, man, that was totally like being there. Ah, so this is your idea.
I bet you every time he meets a fan, they're always like, oh, do the voice.
It was him doing the voice, right? They didn't overdub him with someone else.
Oh, no, it was him.
So terrible. Now, I can't imagine they actually were recording him saying those things live action as Bane. They had to have recorded him later.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
There's definitely times where he's talking. Okay, this one's cool.
Yeah.
The impossible shape thing.
What do they call these? Like the primrose stairs or something like that?
I don't know.
Primrose staircase, yeah.
And then, whoa.
Yeah, that's trippy.
That was really cool. Sorry, I just got distracted by the coolness of that scene. So now he's the one that's supposed to be teaching her how to kind of control the things. Is that the idea?
Yeah, he's kind of teaching her the rules of being in a dream.
No, he can't. I love how she's like getting right to the inquisitive, like not trusting him thing.
Yeah. Nothing's really happened so far. She's just kind of like, oh,
I don't trust him. Tell me secrets about him. You trust me, right?
Yeah, and that's probably the first time you get a hint that maybe she's dead.
Right. This definitely looks like the place that I would go to like get my super secret serum. Just all these bottles on the wall.
Hey man,
very dirty place.
You got any more of them drugs?
Freaking cat on the.
His sanitation rating cannot be good.
Dude.
I've never noticed that cat before.
Like, it is not possible to go within a dream within a dream within a dream. 3 layers deep. Are you crazy?
This guy's like, yeah, fine, I'm coming.
So this is this stuff to put them to sleep, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah, that's the trick. When they go that deep, they've got to have some kind of serum that's going to be strong enough to keep them asleep.
You go too deep into the sleepy towns and you wake up? Is that what it is?
Yep, that's it.
If you have too many dreams within your dreams, it wakes you up. Because that makes sense.
Well, no, because...
Don't try to defend it.
No. Remember, they're talking about, so the deeper you go in, the more fragile each dream becomes. So you've got to be able to make sure that everything is going to be stable leading up until that point.
Super deepy sleepies.
Super deepy sleepies.
It reminds me, I don't know if I sent it to you, but there's this YouTube video of a guy who fell asleep at a party on the toilet.
Oh,
and his friends are all making fun of him because he's just passed out. And they're like, oh, you went Betty bye-bye. You go Betty bye-bye. Sorry. Whew, goodness. Anyway, I'll have to show you that later.
Thanks, Nelson Mandela.
Oh, shoot, you did that. Is this... Okay, so these are people that are like going... No, wait, no, that's him.
Yeah, that's him. But yeah, but the other people they showed, I guess, are people who go and...
Are they doing the dreams, or are they... Oh, man.
Yeah, this is when it starts
getting
a little
like
freaky.
When you start seeing what happened to her.
What's with the train?
That's scary.
Little did you know, you don't want to find out.
Yeah, right? It is jacked up. So the people down there, are they basically doing it as a drug, kind of like an opium den, or are they actually going into dream machines down there?
Well, it's kind of both, actually. So they are going into dreams, but the reason, like, they're kind of addicted to it now. Like, I think he said, the only way for some people to dream now is to actually use those machines.
Oh, okay.
Like, their bodies have gotten so used to it that they won't naturally produce.
So this stuff, like the dream machine things, are pretty regularly available in this universe? It seems like it's kind of a covert, people don't know about it thing.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably... Oh, look, a Scarecrow.
I was going to say, wait a minute, we got another Batman character.
God.
Oh, my gosh. I now know why you wanted to watch this movie. There's a chance to talk about Batman without watching Batman.
Oh, God. You want to watch Batman? Is that what you said?
Oh, God.
Stop the movie. We're starting over.
I do. I want to watch the best Batman, the one with bat nipples.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
We are going to watch this eventually, I know.
Yeah. Oh, man. Batman and
so
Robin.
Much
I
of
cannot...
this movie is going by and I'm not even looking at the screen.
That's fine. You asked a question, I was going to answer it, and now I don't remember what it was.
I said something about bat nipples.
It wasn't that. It was before that.
It was before we saw Scarecrow. I don't remember what the question was. Oh, we were talking about people are addicted to it.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Was that guy in Batman? I don't think so.
That's all we're going to do. Wait, is he in Batman? Oh, he was an extra in scene 3 of the second movie.
Christian Bale is like a serious Quentin Tarantino. He just puts
Who's
a lot of...
Christian Bale?
Oh, I meant... oh, God. Christopher Nolan. Christian Bale. Blind Batman.
Who is this character, and why are they talking to him? They showed us picture just now, and we weren't listening, so I have no
he's
idea.
The head security guy for...
The guy they want to get?
The dying rich dude.
Dying rich dude. Oh, that guy. He was in the foreground of the picture with, over there on the left, Scarecrow.
Yeah, that's his dad.
Okay, so Scarecrow is the son of the guy that's dying, and the other guy's the head of security.
Yeah.
and he obviously knows about the Dream Machine stuff, and he's trying to protect him, or he
Yeah.
doesn't know, he's just trying to protect him in general.
They are aware of the Dream technology because they hint at later that Cillian Murphy, Scarecrow guy, has had like training to prevent him from being invaded, by a dream.
Who has?
The Scarecrow guy.
Oh, okay, so he's the guy that's had training to help protect him, not Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they.
I'm just going to call them by their Batman names.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Congratulations, everyone. You've been promoted to Batman characters.
This is the Batman prequel?
Yeah. What kind of face is that? Let me
I was going to say,
let me lick my lips some more.
and like, that, anyway, that didn't make sense. So now they're doing their, montage of getting ready.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a good montage in these movies.
The only missing is a good 80s song. What kind of... This is like Moby face. I'm bored.
So one of them is going to pretend to be the security guard. That's what they're talking about.
Yep.
Okay. Ra's al Ghul's just chilling. Lounging.
He's working on his inside tan. That's what I've got going on.
Oh, she's making her totem.
Totes.
Totes. My goats.
Yeah,
See
I
the
don't...
way it gets knocked over when I push it? Other things don't get knocked over when I push them. Only this does.
Only this thing falls over. I'm just, why are you asking me questions?
Gosh, she is so... Oh, doesn't she play Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie? No, she doesn't.
Nah, I
She
think
just
that's
kind of looks
somebody
like
else.
that girl. Sorry.
She's a
Although
girl
you'll never ever listen to
and
this podcast.
has a
but
face.
I just called you Velma, and that's probably an insult. I don't know.
Why was that an insult?
I don't know. Oh look, it's spinning. Was that him remembering it spinning for her or something?
I don't know.
It's interesting. They don't. So you said that you're never supposed to touch someone else's totem.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's part of the reason why she freaked out and felt like brings in our projection, like his projection. Get up out his business. She is so nosy.
How about this thing? You want to talk about this thing?
Hey, I'm going to keep just twisting the knife. It's clearly something you're not comfortable with, but I'm going to be an ass.
Oh, let's talk about your wife. She's dead, right?
Why can't you go home? Bun, bun, bun.
There it is.
I will split up my father's empire.
I have
Glad
to
you wrote that up there.
I have to write it because if I say it, some of you people won't get it. You're not paying attention.
The emotional concept.
Why are all these people so dressed up? Like they're not going anywhere. Like what's happening?
Dude, that's how they're living, bro. They got monies. Just because you don't got monies and you're wearing a D&D t-shirt and cargo shorts, you are sitting in the fine leather chair that I have here. How's that monies feel all over you? It's good, don't it? Wouldn't you like to feel the monies all the time like those guys? Look at them. They're living in the lap of luxury, at least they're clothes-wise. Surrounded by an awful warehouse that's totally dilapidated. But they look good sitting there.
It's like Joseph Gordon-Levitt is wearing a suit for the very first time and he doesn't want to take it off.
It's really like this, guys. They're getting paid to nap. This would be the perfect job for my
How do I
life.
get to Inception land?
Oh man, I forgot to put all the people in my dream.
That's what I was gonna say. There's nobody to steal from.
Look at this guy looking at his old freaking wristwatch and then staring at the digital display of time also. It's like...
Yep, things check out. Let me beat the shit out of you while you're asleep.
Harsh. Look at this.
Oh, Snoopy McSnooperson coming around.
I know. Good night. Get up out of here.
Get out of here, lady.
I gotta tell you, though, if this technology existed, I'd be totally down.
We'd be dreaming all the time.
Dude, think about the crazy stuff you could come up with if you had, like, actual control over your dreams. Or, like, dude, this would be the next... Actually, well, okay, first of all, the porn industry would take it over because they take over all new technology advancements.
Dude, that is the driving factor of all new technology. What is porn going to use?
So, aside from that, video games. Think about the ridiculous games. If they figured out, if they unlocked the ability to control dreams, and they could put it on a disc or whatever, type it into your brain, and dear Lord, was that you or my dog? Someone farted, and it is horrible.
It is. For once, it was not me.
Golly Moses, Oreo. I have a dog. His name is Oreo, and he reeks right now.
I am very honest with my fart producing, and I will tell you if I did it.
You're right. Or at least you fess up if I confront you on it. If you haven't, come up with it.
If I haven't started giggling like a middle schooler.
I do like the parts where they push Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You said it. Good job.
Josephus. I love it when they push him over there.
Josephine.
I also like the mechanic of like hearing the music inside the dream.
Yeah.
Dude, I just was thinking about this could make a very interesting like RPG campaign.
Like a video game or a board game.
Several thoughts there in your brain before you spoke, like that pause.
Yeah.
Out there in podcast land, if you could have seen the looks that went across his face as he was trying to formulate that sentence, it was priceless.
So once again, are you talking video game or board game?
I'm not talking about either. I'm talking about pen and paper RPG game.
Okay, so
like
a board game.
Think D&D, but probably in a modern setting, obviously.
Right.
This could make an interesting, especially if you had a way to measure the time mechanic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. Anyway, I digress.
Well, part of the reason I asked that question is apparently Christopher Nolan had an idea for a video game based off of this. Well, that never came to fruition, obviously. But
that would have. I mean, that sounds like it would have been a lot of fun. But honestly, movie to video game translations a lot of time are really bad.
Yeah.
There have been a few that were good. The Matrix game was actually decent.
I don't think I played that one.
I played it for a while at least. So this is jacked up. She is so nosy, getting all up in his business.
She's now in his head.
She's like breaking into his dream. Then again, that's like what they do, I guess. They break into people's dreams. Like that's the whole point of this movie is being shitty and getting into their teammates.
He's having trying have a little quiet time with his wife. I mean, she's dead. He can't really have that very often. So he's look there and hey baby, what touch my hair.
And once he turns and sees her, and she like, do you think it's just his projection of her is like this, or do you think that in reality she was as bipolar as she seems in his dreams?
Yeah.
See that? Boom! Oh, that's freaky. When she did that, I think I jumped when that initially happened.
Get out of here! Get me in trouble with my wife. God.
She can't know about you.
Who has this creepy elevator in their dream?
He does. It's his elevators to different parts of his life, right? Oh, no, it's my last glass of my drink.
Oh.
Womp womp.
Yep.
Well, last glass of this bottle. I have plenty more.
There's the beach. There are the kids again.
My dreams were still together. I killed them. I killed them all. The women and the children. Sorry, that's what that reminded me of for some
really?
reason.
That reminded you of that?
For some reason, just the way he said it, In my dreams, they're still together. It also reminds me of
I
old
hate
Greg.
them. What's that?
Of old Greg from Mighty Boosh. Anybody listening that gets that reference, you're awesome. Wes doesn't get it because he doesn't watch fun stuff ever.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What's in the basement? Oh, she's so nosy. Oh, our character drives
Well,
me
we push this
insane.
button. That's okay. Her curiosity will get the better of her later.
Right.
Again with the question. What kind of a name is Maul? Is it short for something?
Maul?
Maltilda? Is that her name?
Molly?
Like M-O-L?
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking M-A-L.
Melinda. Mallory. I mean, those are all that would start with M-A-L, but I
Yeah.
think it's Maul like Molly.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they never call her by her.
Honestly, it's turned down so low, I can't really even hear him saying that. So you pointed that out. You have younger ears than I, young boy. Young boy.
Oh my God. Anyone out there listening, please help. Oh, wait a minute. You're hearing this like 6 days later.
If even.
Have high hopes.
You're listening to this when you're listening through our back catalog because we've finally gotten, people to start listening to the podcast.
Or because you saw the newspaper clipping from where Chad did things to me.
This is... Why? Why is she running so frantically to do
Look at
that?
there. She is
And why
breaking
does she
into the basement.
insist to go?
Oh my God.
Oh.
There's the train again.
Yeah.
Again,
Wonder
another
what
piece of the
happened
puzzle.
there. Don't worry, you went to the basement. You missed that scene.
And here's this jacked up part.
I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, can't remember if they explain what happens here.
Oh, wait. The room's all messed up.
Yeah.
And then his wife jumps out of the window, right?
Yeah.
I thought she died with the train.
That was to wake her up from the dream.
So she actually was in a dream when she did that.
Right. That woke her up and got her to hear, but she thinks she's still dreaming.
She's still in a dream.
Yeah.
And so she jumps out thinking she'll kill herself, and then it'll look like he murdered her, that someone will kill him and take him out of the dream because he won't accept that they're in a dream.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to get him out of the dream.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I kind of like your idea of the sequel, and she is the only sane one.
Yeah.
She is the one who's like, no, this is a dream, guys. Let's get out of here.
Let's get that out of here, indeed.
That's not what I said.
What?
I hate you.
There's actually like the potential for unlimited freaking sequels to this. They're like, nope, they were still in a dream. Promise. The 10th episode.
Inception 10. Super Dream.
For reals, we were in that many dreams.
Bring it on down to Dreamy Town. Why is everyone whispering?
Huh.
Yeah, he definitely made her out to be like a crazy person.
Yeah. Yeah. So the question is, was she really so if that was his memory of when she killed herself, she seems to at least have gone through some sort of psychotic break by that point in her life.
Well, and you have to remember, he ends up talking about how they were trapped in that other dream for, I think he said like 80 years or something like that. I don't think I've got to the part where he's explained it, but...
Wait, plot stuff's happening. The plot train's moving forward. All aboard.
Shut it.
Now she's gone from being nosy and getting all up in his business to telegraphing his business to everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You really need to tell everybody.
And she does play that entitled 20-something really well. Listen, I know everything, and I know more than you, and you just need to do what I say. There they go.
I think they've already said it, but one of my favorite parts of this movie is when they're planning all this out and they're going to be getting on the plane, they're like, well, we've got to make sure that we can get into, first class to do all this other kind of stuff. And Ken Watanabe, since he's the rich guy, is like, they're like, oh, are you going to, like, just buy out the whole plane? And he's like, I bought the airline.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, overkill, dude.
Right.
And he's kind of looking around like, was that not a good idea? I got the spare airline company laying around.
Don't they do the drop for this one by making the plane drop?
Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks. I didn't even have a passport when I got on here. That's weird.
Well, they took it from him.
Dude, I know. I'm joking.
Make sure you're paying attention, Chad.
I'm just saying. Could have been a plot hole. Like, what if he traveled without?
I'll go and say it right now. I have never been on a plane that nice.
Dude. Neither have I. I don't know why I said dude before that.
Dude.
Dude, for reals. Neither have I.
Yep, let me throw that blanket at you.
Yeah. Hey. Luckily, they've also bought off the stewardesses.
Oh, Sleepy Time briefcase.
Oh, wait, is it Steward Eye or stewardesses?
Steward Oxen.
Oh, wait, you know what? It's actually none of those. It's, because stewardess is supposedly sexist
Yeah,
or something?
it's an offensive term now, probably.
So dumb. Anyway, I mean, that's totally
that's so
right.
retarded.
And now someone we have not seen yet, who apparently knows how to run this equipment for this crazy stuff that's about to go down. Oh, man. I'm telling you. This technology would be amazing.
So I want an Inception prequel. That's what I want. Because I want to see somebody create this technology. I want to see it get out there. Because one thing they don't talk about, like...
You want to go that far back, creating the technology, not just those guys' backstories. You want to see them create the technology?
Yes.
Okay.
Because one of the things that they don't really talk about is how widespread is the use of this dream technology.
Right.
Is it only available on the black market, and that's why, like, they're thieves and they use it? Or, do doctors have access to it? Like, what else out there uses this dream technology, and how available is it?
Josephus, just like a cabbie, apparently. That's what cabbies wear. Always the serious face.
Yeah, nobody's having a good time in this movie.
I will tell you.
Sorry, so this is one of apparently the richest people in whatever country he's in, I guess America or whatever.
And he's taking a cab.
He's A, taking a cab, B, getting the cab himself, and 3, standing out on the curb in the rain.
No!
And Delta.
Oh, gosh. Roman numeral 7.
And there's a train.
And what in the world? Makes 0.
You think I want your money?
What is... Oh, wait, this is his, dream security?
Yeah, this is his subconscious starting to fight back.
Which is... interesting.
Yep, still a train. Start driving, dude.
Okay. Shoot, I had something to say or ask about, and it's gone from my brain.
It's a good thing those other guys shoot like stormtroopers.
For real. Like, oh, look, one shot, hit them. And again, I guess they're in a dream, so they can just imagine that they're perfect shots.
Sure.
And they're currently inside whose dream? They're the...
I believe they are inside... Oh, God.
Is it the Scarecrow's dream? Aren't they?
No, not yet, because...
So his dream is the last one they go in?
Yeah, his is the last one because that's the one that has the secret that they're trying to get. That
But I thought this was his subconscious fighting back. It's his dream security.
But
so they start off in his dream and then they go deeper, deeper, deeper.
I don't know. This is part of where the movie lost me a little bit, is trying to figure all that out.
Well, and also, Ra's al Ghul has gotten shot.
Yep.
And I think they're freaked out about keeping him alive because... Is he the architect for this one? And so if the architect goes down, there's a problem? Or is it maybe his dream?
Maybe it's his dream.
Maybe it's his dream, and that's why they got to keep him alive. Huh. It's his dream. Or no, it's not his dream, but he brought the train in because it's from the thing with his wife. It's that level right before the basement.
Maybe.
I bet. I don't know. His subconscious is militarized.
I want that put on a t-shirt.
That is a great line.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Why don't do that?
This is the part that I forgot to tell you about before we got in here.
Yeah, not when you're...
Did I forget to tell you about the part where you don't wake up?
Unconstructed dream space. How do you know?
Forever.
And you think this gives you power over me?
Say it!
Oh, I hope the movie's synced up for whoever's watching this, if anyone's watching this. It's like, why'd they say that when that guy's on the screen? It has nothing to do with Bane.
Am I supposed to be watching Batman? Hang on, let me switch discs. It's racist, yelling at the foreigner.
His whole share, what?
He said he's yelling at the foreigner.
And there goes the other listener.
I said he was being racist.
That's true. Get out using the kick.
It's a pretty big guarantee.
Yeah. Now it's an exponential increase in time dilation, right? Like they go down another layer. It's not, 10 hours is a week there. 10 hours is even longer there.
Yeah, it seems like it kind of... I'm not sure exactly what the math is on the translation between dreams, but... Yeah, there's a few things they don't really explain for this, and one of them is coming up with how does someone change their perception in the dream? Like, Tom Hardy's about to become the other old security guy. How does he make that happen?
Right. Well, or is it the architect that changes it? Is the architect's in control of the dream?
I don't know, it seems like he's the
it
one doing
does
the
seem
changing.
Like he's doing it.
Yeah. It's kind of like the more stuff he gets that he's able to look at, the more he's able to make the change of life.
No. Yep, the mirror's already starting to reflect.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's kind of cool.
I don't think I noticed that the first time. Like,
Yeah.
I would have by now, but that first one.
Yeah, every time they switch back, and there's more of his reflection in it.
It's crazy.
Oh no, I know that scream.
Make him stop.
Yeah, this whole part, I get. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit. But then again, I guess, in a dream, things. You don't react and you don't. Like, things don't always make a ton of sense in dreams.
That's actually a very good point. Like,
You just accept it.
Yeah. I mean, I can think about some of the few crazy dreams that I can actually remember. And it's just like, you're right, it doesn't make any sense. But while it's happening. Chad is dying.
Oh, goodness. I tried to cough away from the mic. But that's what happens when you inhale whilst drinking cider. Oh, man. That burned. You were saying... I was trying to do it so you could keep talking.
I was much more interested in watching you choke to death.
I hate you. So yeah, we were talking about how you can accept things in dreams that you wouldn't accept in normal life, or don't make sense once you think about them once you've woken up.
Right. Like, your dream's not necessarily going to freak out. Like, if you're dreaming and something weird starts happening, you don't recognize the fact that you're dreaming. You just keep dreaming.
Have you ever had a dream where you did realize you were dreaming?
I don't think so.
Mid-dream? I have. I've definitely had dreams where I know I was dreaming. At least at some point during the dream. And things did not start exploding around me, just FYI.
Wait a minute, I'm asleep. What's happening? Well, Chad, if that ever happens again, what you've got to try and do is go to sleep in that dream and then see what happens.
That is another thing that's ridiculous, I think.
I mean, they say that there are people out there who claim that they have been able to be in control of their dream and actually do what they wanted to do instead of just watching a narrative.
Yeah. I don't, Oh, wait. Did they just talk about how they know they're in a dream? Or no, they said they'd lock us in a van and drive us into a river. That's what they're going to do to, quote,
that's
kill
the kick.
them. But that's actually going to be a kick.
Yeah.
It's all planned ahead. Oh, we spoiled some more things.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. We got to stop saying spoiler alert 5 seconds after we've spoiled something.
Hey, I don't want anybody to say, well, they never said spoilers. I'm like, yes, I did. After. Robber.
So, I'm just like, I'm confused. I'm like trying to think, how does he know that this guy would talk that way? How does he know? Once again, we've already talked about this. It's because you'll accept what you see in your dream. You're not going to just doubt. But he's been through training, supposedly. He's been militarized.
Tom Hardy did go shadow this guy. I don't know if they said for how long.
No.
Remember, he was in the office with him, and so I don't know how long he's been with him. Like, maybe he...
Oh, Tom Hardy was, like, working with him?
Well, they showed the office where Tom Hardy's sitting in a chair right before he walked into the room with the dying guy. Like, Tom Hardy was in that office with him, so he's been around him, and to some extent, who knows how much. But yeah, I think that's part of Tom Hardy's role in all this. Is like Tom Hardy's supposed to be doing the research on these characters. And
how long were they doing this? Because, I mean, he would have had to have applied for a job in the security group. He would have had to have gotten on the elite team that was with him, gained his confidence to be able to, like, be his right-hand man.
And also, if you're going to go into this, like, you want to make sure you're going to it with a solid 401k and everything. So you probably want to make sure he's got a solid... This is 10 years in.
Like, how much research did they do? The guy was dying on his deathbed, but they had time for Tom Hardy to go infiltrate this group and get to know that guy.
Miracles happen every day. The doctors thought he wasn't going to make it, but then he did.
We actually gave him a serum that kept him alive for an extra 3 years while Tom Hardy rose through the ranks of the security organization. Oh, hey, look. We're getting reveals.
It's Ladyface.
Huh.
Yes,
I mean, go ahead, what were you saying?
I'll say he's wearing the ring in that image.
Right. Well, but this is him recalling the dreams that he had with his
Right.
wife when his wife was alive, so of course he had the ring on still.
Yeah, I'm just again drawing attention to the times when he has the ring versus when he doesn't.
He is currently in a dream, though, right? Like, not here, but he was currently in a dream right there where he's talking.
Yeah, he's in a dream there.
Does he have the ring on now?
I don't know. I can't see his hands, Chad.
Find out, bro. And then there's that house.
Yeah, it's their house. And see, she puts her totem in there.
Which is weird.
Yeah. So yeah, she locks it away because she's starting to accept the fact that they're in a real dream. I mean, sorry, that they're in real life.
And so her locking it in the safe is what kind of gave her the break, the psychotic break.
Well, that was her accepting the fact that she was in real life and like it's like, oh, I don't need this anymore. I need to lock it away.
Okay. But then she wasn't in real life.
Right.
So when she woke up, I guess the idea is this made her think I'm still not in real life. Eek, that is, I hate that part. That just creeps me out. Her holding the knife that way. Huh.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, now I keep thinking about Inception 2, Malls in Control. Her trying to convince him that he's dreaming.
Yeah. Well, there could be, like you said, your like origin story of the technology. Then there's the prequel of them going through this whole thing, you know, with these scenes in it. And then you've got the sequel afterwards where you find out, oh no, like they could build up that entire time to make it seem like he's right and he was actually, you know, like correct about everything. And then you go to the sequel of Inception, the one that's timeline after, and you find out, oh wait, no, you know, she was right all along. They were still in a dream.
Yep. Inception verse. So one thing I'm not sure about is how did she get over there? Did she go rent another room so she could have access to that window?
She's within the dream. She can do whatever she wants.
I'm gonna throw my shoe first. Show you I'm serious. Everyone knows you gotta throw your shoes first.
This is sad and like I can't imagine watching my wife do this.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's awful.
If you like just take a step back and think about this from his perspective in reality, I can understand like his. I don't know, man. Like I don't know if I could understand it. It's just it would be so devastating. I mean, for me at least. Some of us love our wives. Wess. Oh, why are you being silent right now? It's not because you're eating pizza.
You can't say these things when I've got food in my mouth. You know one thing they don't touch about in this?
What do they not touch about?
God damn it. So they don't show whether if you're in a dream and a person dies, does their body stay there or does it disappear?
Oh, yeah. Is it like in a video game where it just kind of disappears after a couple seconds?
Yeah, after like 10 seconds you look and it's like, oh, it disappeared and it left some ammo behind.
That is... Now, of course, because we were just talking during that whole scene.
Yeah.
Did she explain there why the room was all jacked up? She did it on purpose? Like, did she talk about it?
She's trying to make it look like a murder.
So she intentionally is doing that.
Yeah.
But, like...
Well, and also part of it was not just to try to get him killed, but trying to make him feel like he had no way out. Trying to get him to commit suicide. But like, well, my wife is dead, and they're going to think that I did it. I might as well kill myself to get out. But he obviously wasn't willing to do that because of their kids.
And who was that guy that just delivered the plane ticket to him? Just random courier?
Guy in room number 1.
He seemed to know him well, and like they kind of scurried off together with haste.
Yeah, I don't know. It's his brother. I don't know.
Maybe they'll reveal it in the...
Inception 2.
This time it's more Inception-ier.
Inception this.
I'm glad that they have time to have this whole big revealing conversation while that's going on outside.
Yeah. There's no hurry. Nah, I'm just going to make up some numbers. So is this like the Matrix, and can they just envision whatever guns and weapons and things like that they want while they're in here?
Yeah, it seems like they can. But they also... And you're out. Does this smell like chloroform to you? Oh, man. So, okay, so he just gave him a combination, which, because he came up with it, will be the right combination. So along that line of, can they envision their own guns? Can they also just envision their own... And I think they actually do cover that right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's got that gun, and then
but someone
Bane
else
comes
envisions
up.
A bigger gun.
Well, yeah, Bane comes up with his grenade launcher.
Yeah, and I think it is because he just comes up with it. Or the architect at least can.
Yeah, well, so my question is, like, were those guns already placed before they got there? And, like, that's just what they happen to have? Or did he step back and think about it for a second? It's like, oh, now I have a grenade launcher.
Well,
because I feel like if you did, then, like, you would envision a bigger gun.
We're gonna need a bigger gun. Yeah. Here we go. Kablam! The thing you just made me think of was another similarity between this and Matrix is in the Matrix they had all these people with the names like the Keymaker and the One, things like that. And they've got the Architect in this. Just reminds me of it. Dude, he is not looking good.
Wasn't I wearing a white shirt?
When you die in the Matrix, you die in the real world.
That's a dumb rule. They should fix that. Should be a patch or something for the Matrix.
2.0. We fixed that one. Thanks, bro.
Still can't open that one loot chest, though.
Drive carefully. Or not. Drive carefully. This is foreshadowing for the fact that he's going to drive like a maniac.
Remember that time where he rolls down a hill? Huh? What?
They look so uncomfortable. So this is the second layer, right?
Yeah.
So now they're 2 deep. And they said they need to get 6?
No, they're going 3.
Oh, I thought they said you need to get at least 6 deep to do what we want to do. I thought that's what Ra's al Ghul said.
They were talking about time, maybe.
And that's the number that he gave?
Yeah.
Right?
So they're bringing that number up again to make sure that it's fresh in his mind.
Right.
Have you watched Focus with Will Smith and Margot Robbie?
What?
Focus? Where they play con artists?
No, that's relatively recent, right?
Yeah,
I did not see that movie.
First of all, it's good. Second of all, I have a comment that would relate these two movies, but since you haven't seen it, I won't waste it on you.
Wasted on the audience. Never mind, I don't care.
Okay.
Womp womp.
Yeah, that's freaky.
That is creepy. So, like, that must be his thing. He's like the specialist that can change his face, right?
Yeah. I think he's like the people person. Like, he gets to know the people and can
I'm
change.
good with people. I take the request from the customers and I go to the engineers. Engineers aren't good with people.
I teach a seminar at the Holiday Inn once a month. How to make friends and look good doing it. Come in and sign up for a chance to win $10. We're all out of money. $8.62. Good job, Bane.
Yeah. Oh, why am I not feeling good? This is weird.
No, he's going all Liam Neeson. I have a particular set of skills.
Conscious security.
Don't get distracted.
Oh. Womp womp. Oh. Get back on track. Stay on target.
Stay on target. Porkins.
One of my favorite memes is of him like eating McDonald's while blowing up.
I can't hold on.
What'd you put down there? Well, it's not there anymore. So is the idea that his subconscious, militarized subconscious, gets less effective the deeper they go to, because they haven't start like shooting at him yet.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is not his dream. Oh, that's right. They're in his subconscious now. So the first dream was Scarecrow's dream. This is Robin's dream.
When we get to Bane's dream.
Everyone at home following along?
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
And then I forget who.
Drive safely. Unless you're not going to drive safely at all.
But then they wore the seatbelts. What'd he say?
It's so creepy when they do that. Everybody looks over.
Did he fart?
Say it. Say it.
You're not real. And everybody goes about their business.
Yeah, right? Now, you said this is whose dream?
Josephine.
This is
Josephus.
Yeah.
Or whatever you called him.
Josephus. Yes. So we're in Josephus's dream.
Yeah.
That's right, because he had, and then the kids getting distracted.
Yeah. Oh no! I'm wrong. I apologize. This is Scarecrow's dream.
Okay, so they are in his dream now.
Yeah.
Because the people were.
Well, I don't honestly I don't know, because there's people trying to get them in this dream and in the other dream.
Yeah, I was trained to do this. This thing that we just talked about without you. Don't do this thing.
You weren't around for this conversation, so I got to explain to you now.
Look, you're able to talk him down off the ledge.
Oh. Too soon.
491. So they're in there. They're getting ready. Oh yeah, this is the cool scene because they're like flying around in the car while it's falling.
Yeah.
And they start floating through these rooms and they like go through the halls. That is probably one of the coolest scenes in this movie to me.
That'd have been cool to see them film, because apparently they built it on like a rotating stage where they could rotate it like 30 degrees to get the angles they needed.
Now, no. I was going to say, I seem to remember some movie where they actually went up in a high altitude plane and filmed stuff where it could look like they were in zero gravity.
Oh, wow. I'm not sure what that is.
But that wasn't this. They didn't build that set on a plane that could go into high altitude.
It would be badass, though.
Indeed it would.
We built this set on a plane that's in a space shuttle.
Oh, man. Space travel. Sorry. Another tangent. Oh, man, I really hope it happens in my lifetime that, like, it becomes...
Chad, I hate to break this to you, but we've been to space.
Shut up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, non-NASA people being able to, like, go into space and it being, like, relatively affordable. Like, you know, initially, flying was really expensive and only the uber-rich could do it. But now it's relatively commonplace and most people can afford it in America. Granted, there's a large population of the planet that probably can't afford to do it, but... Oh, man, I really hope space travel gets there before I die, because I want to go to space.
You're not going to space.
Shut up.
I'm going to go ahead and ruin the stream for you right now.
I want to go to space.
Well, I guess you've seen what people like Elon Musk and things like that are doing, trying to build their own shuttles and things like that.
Sure.
And they've all failed miserably.
Sure. Doesn't mean I don't want them to succeed eventually.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. I just want you to be aware of their failure.
Yeah, that would be kind of freaky because of the horrible bad that it can go.
Yeah.
They're with me.
Or maybe not.
Now, I figure we are in Scarecrow's dream. That seems to make the most sense here. But
So I've got a question.
Yeah.
Why is room 491 not below 591?
Because the architect of this dream didn't want it to be.
Is an idiot.
No. They're doing the whole, you know, the layout can't make sense and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I will give that one to you.
Huh. Huh. Womp womp.
Yeah, stop talking to everybody.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so the first dream is Yusuf, the guy driving the van.
Oh, hey, someone used the Google Nets.
Yep. We're sitting here trying to figure all this stuff out, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure someone else has already figured this out, and I can just look it up. Oh, because remember, they get there, and the first thing that happens, like, it's raining outside, and they're like, why is it raining? And he's like, oh, I forgot to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's his dream.
And that's why he didn't go asleep again, and he's driving the van.
Right.
So whoever stays in this dream is going to be the one...
And that's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, because remember, he's placing the bombs for the kick.
Okay.
Alright, so there we go. Now we're all squared away.
Huh. Now they're building him towards... Now, is this, what's his name, the Face Man? Or is this the actual guy? Like the actual...
This is Bane guy.
Bane guy. Bane. Lordy. Every time.
I was born in the darkness.
You're merely a doctor. On my bookie. Okay, so here we go.
Does it smell like chloroform to you?
Right.
See, even she can't keep it straight. Yes, I mean that makes sense. They want to break into his subconscious, so
now
he's got to be the
he's
dreamer.
the final one. Okay.
Oh wait, no, we've already covered this. Is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's dream.
Right. So it's the way to keep it straight is whoever is staying awake in the higher level, it's their dream. They're going in. No, it's their dream. They're in on that level.
Right.
It's really simple to keep straight, and then I got confused. Oh, here we go.
Good thing he's like a trained Navy SEAL. God damn it.
What is a
Navy SEAL? A gravy snail.
A gravy snail. Oh, that is a new way to prepare snails. It's with gravy, and they call it gravy snail.
Oh, I love gravy. A trained Navy SEAL. There we go.
So now they're in Joseph Gordon, the Levittster's dream, and he decided to make his dream a complex. But that's on purpose, right? Because it seems very well secured, and they're trying to trick him into
break
trusting
into
it. Okay.
Just like his mind.
Uh-oh.
Play it cool. Just don't make eye contact.
It's the security team.
Here's an idea. Drive to the left.
Yeah, no. Seriously, anytime motorcycles are really giving that much of a hard time to cars in movies, I'm like, that's not how it works.
Put your left hand on the steering wheel and turn it. No more motorcycle.
Yeah. Stop dodging. Hit the brakes and swerve into that motorcycle. It's over for him.
Nope.
Whap. That also works.
Now I'm going to go down this hill.
I love the drive safe. And nothing's... Oh, this is so cool. Crunch.
God. How freaky would this be if this actually happened?
It would be freaky. I wanted to say awesome, but no, in reality it would be very freaky. But this is my favorite scene in the whole dadgum movie. Gravity's changing.
Wop, wop.
I want to watch the special features because I'm sure they have some really cool stuff about this scene.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing they all had their seatbelts on. Oh, wait, they didn't put it on...
All of a sudden you see somebody flying out the windshield. Whoa!
I know Kung Fu.
So one question I have is that, I mean, that's a pretty big, wreck. They knocked into a bunch of cars and then, flipped over and rolled down a hill.
Yeah.
But that wasn't enough to wake them up.
Yeah, that wasn't enough of a kick to wake them up. I concur that it would seem like that would have woken them up.
Yeah.
Can you wake up from 2 layers deep, though? It could have woken up Josephtown, but the other guys are within another dream. They don't seem to have been affected by it at all. They didn't...
Right.
Why weren't they? Wouldn't they have been thrown all around their rooms? They shouldn't still be laying on their beds. They should be, in a pile in the corner. Plot holes.
And at the very least, at this level, they should feel something. Something should have moved a little bit.
Well, if they were getting tossed around in the hotel room, they would have been, feeling those effects here.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. they like could have been standing up and then like faltered or like fell down or something.
Yeah. Well, this is...
Oh man, I can't ski. He falls down the hill.
Yeah, and look, hey, the van is totally fine. It's been shot at. It's gotten into a wreck. It's rolled down a hill. Then again, it's a dream car, so...
Well, it's a good thing there's no dream police, or else they would have pulled that van over.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Oh man,
That was pretty fun to film.
yeah, right. And apparently, oh man, well, the dudes that are in that car are coming up with you. Luckily, time passes slower.
Time to draw the fire.
Right. Now, are all these guys the subconscious of Scarecrow?
Yeah, apparently
Because they're going directly into his dream. So now it's fully like militarized.
This isn't Scarecrow's dream. This is Robin's dream.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, apparently his subconscious is in every dream.
Right. Because they've trained him or they've militarized his subconscious or whatever.
Yeah.
But are all of those guys, those militarized subconscious guys, are those part of Lovett's dream?
I believe they are all part of Fisher's subconscious.
Okay. So he just...
Yeah, that's
letting him
that's
know,
the
he's
warning.
like, oh, crap. And they can still faintly hear it.
Not like this.
Yep. Huh.
Do you remember that part in The Matrix where the girl's like, not like this?
I say that all the time. Not like this. Huh. So she's the architect for this final one, apparently. Or is she the architect for all of them?
I think she's the architect for all of them.
Okay. So she came up with the... Huh. That's crazy. And that's probably something explained if we'd actually been really listening to it. But
There's
we've
a
been
movie
talking.
going on?
Yeah. Wait, where's this? There's a movie? This reminds me of James Bond. Like, I feel like James Bond has done this more than once, where they have the skiing commandos.
I'm going to explain to you this arbitrary thing that you have no idea what I'm talking about, and you're going to figure it out.
Yeah. I just beat you with a ball of yarn. Take that, military guys. Yarn FTW.
School is where we put the stairs thing into practice.
Your dream police don't know how to shoot. Oh no.
I'm going to hold
That's
you here, look at it, look at it, look at it, and I'm going to push you. What a dick.
So obviously it's his dream, so he can cause that to change.
Oh, he's giving him the middle finger. I just noticed that.
Who?
Shaheem or whatever his name is.
Oh.
When he's driving backwards in the van, getting ready to go off the bridge, he's like, oh.
I didn't see that. And so this avalanche is like the warning that they're doing the...
Well, that was the driving through the barrier on the bridge. But again, here's what I get. Or here's what I don't get. They drive through a barrier on the bridge, it triggers an avalanche. He rolls down a hill and nothing happens.
Yeah. It doesn't... That is definitely a big plot hole in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's still awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome, but not perfect.
Not like Batman.
Not like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Oh, best Star Wars ever.
You hear that, everyone out there in
To
podcast
skip
land?
when you're watching Star Wars. By the way, I'm thinking at some point we need to do ourselves a watching of the Star Wars
In the machete order?
in the machete
Oh,
order.
yeah.
Look up the machete order, listener.
Star Wars Trilogy Machete Order. You will
Not
thank us.
trilogy.
Oh, sorry. Star Wars Saga.
Machete order. It is very cool. We will discuss it, I'm sure, at some later point. We don't need to talk about it now, but it is I have decided it is my official favorite way to watch.
Speaking of Star Wars, did you hear the news this past week about the other standalone movie?
No. What is it?
Young Han Solo.
Look at them. So say where they are in the room.
Yeah.
Yes, they're floating now. Why didn't they fly all over the room during the tumble scene?
Why are they not in the bathroom?
Here we go. The shortcut. Maul's gonna be there.
It's a shortcut to mushrooms.
Oh, hey, we haven't even talked about that stuff yet.
Yeah, we'll tie that in. Thank God we're not watching that movie tonight.
That sound right there just reminded me of Batman. That kind of horn section.
Yeah. What's Hans Zimmer? Repeat composer.
So much repeating. What do they know?
The jig is up.
I really like the little like get a buddy, grab the rope. It's like kindergarten.
Are they going to the bathroom?
Walking through the hall with the rope with the knots on it. By the way, not when I was in kindergarten. Back then, we just walked, and it was fine. And we went down the hall by ourselves, and nobody freaked out.
Wait, there was a hall in that log cabin of a schoolhouse you went to?
Aw. I did go to kindergarten in Missouri, so that is
God.
true. I lived there
Little
at
house
that
on the
point in
prairie.
my life. Branson, Missouri, man. Yeah, it was a much smaller town then. It's gotten pretty, I mean, for a small town, it's a tourist trap town, but it's gotten pretty big. Branson, Missouri, folks. It's an okay place to be from when you were younger. Oh, look at this. Ah, I fell asleep. That was not even a real submission hold.
Hey, he's asleep. So now it's like, I get a dream? Is he going to screw everything up?
His subconscious dream is going to be within a dream in a dream.
He's going to pop up somewhere else? It's a whole dream tree.
So he went, he shot the one. Is that supposed to like pull them all off course? Oh man, it's only gone that far. I remember thinking that the first time I was watching, I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy!" I like to like see the different ways time is moving.
Yeah.
It's less noticeable here. Oh.
Yeah, I forget, like, for the first level, like, what the lapse of time is.
5 laps. That equals 1 time. Once you've done 5 laps.
What's the conversion rate from lapse of time?
Pew.
No, this is definitely not real, I think.
Right. Look, I'm going to line you all up. This is actually really cool. And didn't he wrap them up?
Yeah, to make sure they all have the same... Make sure they all have the same kick experience.
Huh. It's your subconscious, and it's trying to protect you, but go, go, go.
Come at me, bro.
Have you ever ridden a snowmobile?
No.
I always thought it'd be fun. This is how, did they film that? And how did they do it, or was that all CGI?
Heard about it, pretend to be asleep. He's going to tie you up.
But seriously, that was kind of cool. If they did that with a practical effect, how did they get them all spinning and looking like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't paid enough attention to that to see if it looks like it's CGI, but it didn't look like CGI at a quick glance. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Kablam!
Oh, that was some slapstick.
Yeah, that was the worst military guy ever. Catches the bomb, looks at the bomb, then looks at the guy that threw it at him like, "How'd you throw this at me?"
The only thing missing was a big kaboom appearing on the screen above the explosion.
There we go. This is your safe. Now put in the code that you gave us and then we gave back to you.
Only for you to give it to us again.
Uh-oh. Guess who? Like, really, like...
Oh, my God.
How do you know that?
Blammo!
Oh,
now he shoots her.
Yeah, I know. Like, perfect timing, bro.
There's no reason for you to shoot her after that.
Sure there is. The satisfaction of shooting her. Well, that's not giving them the kick effect. The zero gravity ride through the hallway. A little late, bro.
Yeah, he's dead. The other guy's dead.
And...
Does a defibrillator help with a gunshot wound?
Sure, why not? We'll restart the heart so we can pump more blood out of that wound.
Pretty sure he shot her in the shoulder.
You did shoot her. He's like, I couldn't shoot her. In fact, you did shoot her. Come on.
Not only could you, but you did.
Quitter. Here we go.
They bring another dream briefcase?
No, follow him down there into the limbo.
Alright, so yeah, this is something coming up that I have a problem with.
Oh, who? Do share. Or are you waiting for it to happen?
I'm going to wait for it to happen.
Okay.
So you can visually see what I'm talking about in case I don't describe it well.
Who's gonna go into it? Is it Leonard?
What?
Leonard
Who's
DiCaprio.
subconscious?
I'm talking about Leonard.
Yeah, they're going into Leonard's mind.
Okay. A consistent feature of Chad and Wes watch a movie. Chad's hilarious mispronunciation of names. Just gems, I'm telling you. Okay, so they are doing the dream briefcase to follow him in.
Yeah.
But like...
Yeah, because you have to have that in order to actually go into the sleep phase.
Okay, but they're going into his
subconscious.
Oh, wait, are they going into his subconscious, his dream? I thought he died and he went into limbo. So, how are they able to use this to go into a dream?
Well, they're inside of his mind.
But isn't he dead? I thought they said he was dead.
Who?
The guy they're going to the dream of, the Scarecrow.
No, they're going into Leonard's dream.
Oh. Wait. Why are they going into Leonard's dream?
Because he was the one left.
Oh, I'm very confused now. No, Leonard's not left. He's in this dream. So they can't be going into his dream.
Yes, I can.
I thought the person that was left, like there's Joseph Gordon-Josephus, and they're in his dream one layer deeper because he's still there.
He was the previous dreamer. So he's dreaming on the next layer up. He's dreaming in the van.
That's right. Jeez Louise. So confusing.
Yeah.
So... No, they have him plugged in.
Yeah. They're in Bane's dream with the fortress.
Right.
Like on the snow thing.
Wait, no, Bane's there though. Okay, so they're in his dream. Gotcha. So so he couldn't possibly be going one layer deeper because they're in his dream in the fortress.
Right. So like, yeah, Bane wouldn't be able to come here.
Right. Gotcha. And now they're in...
Well, they've entered limbo.
So how did they get into limbo, though? If you go one layer deep, then 3, you're in limbo all of a sudden? Same place as if you die when you're under a sedative?
Maybe.
Obviously, we're not to the point where you have a problem with, but I have a problem with this.
Okay, you go ahead.
I just have a problem with the fact that they're able to get into limbo without the dying. I thought that was the whole point, is you had to die while under sedation to get into limbo.
So...
Okay, so what he did was he just set him up for the drop by getting him in the elevator and snapping the cable while it was under no tension. So once the van hits, that car is going to drop.
Well, and also the explosion as well. Because remember, he's got explosives rigged to the bottom of it.
So it's going to go in a specific direction.
Yeah, that's where the timers go, and the song lines it up.
They have to wake up before the drop happens in the van.
Yeah, because if the van wakes up first, then I guess.
Wait, the van is asleep?
Yes, the van is also asleep. It's dreaming too.
It's a van dream within a dream.
The Bat Van.
Bat Van. Batman.
Wait, was the van also in Batman?
I'm very confused. All right, here we go.
So here comes Bane.
So this is before Bane got his mask, right? This is his backstory?
Yeah, it is a prequel.
Before he got leprosy or whatever was going on?
Yep.
I like how explosives work in this world. They can be just, put on the side of something as a propellant.
Yeah.
It's not going to blow up that the top of that thing. There's another thing I have a problem with. That would just blow the top off of it. Maybe it would also make it move in a direction, but it would also kill everybody inside.
He's got lots of bombs.
Good plan, Jordo. About Inception. The movie! Oh!
I said it twice!
I said the word! Oh no, the militarized subconscious.
So maybe the reason that they're able to get to limbo is because they're going into Cobb's mind, and he has been there before. So he can take them back.
Who's Cobb?
Leo.
Just call him Leonard.
Leonard.
There we go.
Call him everything.
Okay, so they're going into his mind, which
I think.
Is the creepy girl.
Yeah, just sit there staring out the window. There, she's got that knife again.
I feel like they make her eyes wider than normal. Like,
oh, she's a freaking Disney princess.
Whiter, not whiter, but whiter.
Oh, I thought
when
you said...
she turned back first, her eyes were like glowing white.
Oh, I thought you said wider, like huge.
No, I think that her eyes are naturally that wide.
Damn, girl, you got some big eyes.
Hey, girl, hey.
Let me see them eyes.
All right, so this conversation is happening, and he's fully pulled into this reality. He's lost perspective like he always does. One would think he might learn, but no.
I'm surprised Juno's not over there, like, looking through his photo albums or his junk drawer or something.
Bringing up freaking Juno again.
She's so involved in his personal life, I'm surprised she's not rummaging through something.
Oh man, her character is annoying. Alright, here we go. everybody. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's dying.
We're only halfway there.
God. Yeah, this thing I feel like speeds up all of a sudden. Like right now, the van is halfway there, and they've been falling for God knows how long.
Yep. And now all of a sudden,
and then the next 4 minutes, it's going to hit the river.
Right. Well, you know the river runs through it.
Oh, does it?
That's another movie you probably haven't seen because it was like before you were born.
I have not seen it, but I'm aware of it. And I have seen lots of movies that were made before I was born.
It's been my experience that is not true. Just about every movie I bring up, you have not seen.
It's not true. Oh, man.
I'm telling you, dude, the sequel, they're going to, like, reveal that she was dead on in this whole thing. She had, like, infiltrated his dream that he wouldn't leave. She keeps trying to get him out.
Dude, the stuff with his kids, that's what got me. It's because, like, he gets so close to seeing his kids. And, like, even right there, like, they got ready to turn around. He's like, no, I can't accept it. And then it gets to the end of the movie, and, like, they finally turn around, and they're like, Daddy, and I'm like, oh.
Like, seriously, every time, like, I don't know what it is about me, but I kept expecting it to be like a horror movie. They'd turn around and their like faces were just giant maws of teeth and lines and rows of teeth.
they're eating the wife.
Yeah. They turn around and it's like that shaky face thing where it's all blurred out. And stuff. God. Yeah, I don't know. Kids in movies, man. Like if
it's the ring they crawl out of the TV.
I hate. By the way, don't think we'll ever do reactions or commentaries on like suspense or scary movies because I hate them.
Oh no,
I hate them.
Here it is. Here's him explaining what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what freaked her out. Dude, can you even imagine like being stuck in that place? I mean, they don't show any other people, so I don't know. Maybe it was just them for 50 years.
Yeah. Now, was the problem her locking it in there, or was the problem him doing that?
The problem was him spinning the top.
Yeah.
Because she left it down, she comes back, it's spinning, and it's not stopping. Like, that's the whole thing about the top, is that it just keeps spinning if it's a dream.
So, and here's the thing. He is accused of killing his wife. Technically, he killed his wife. Because he went in and did that, and that's what drove her crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's part of his guilt. Had he not forced her to do this, maybe she would have accepted it on her own terms and eventually come out of it and not been suicidal and bipolar and all that stuff.
But another thing is, who gets hit first? Who gets to watch the other one's brain explode for a millisecond?
He gets to watch hers.
Oh.
They got close. Yeah, you can tell right there she's got a death wish. She's like running her finger over that knife, thinking about it.
Oh, I hate that. This is just, yeah, no.
Oh, man, this part was rough to watch. So he's doing all this to himself. I mean, she's just in his mind.
Yep.
Looks like the
Good
worst
shot.
aiming. Oh, you could be a stormtrooper.
Yeah. So we're hiring for this new movie?
Dude, I thought about this.
Kablam.
I thought about this earlier. How awesome would it be if they made a joke about the stormtroopers in the new Star Wars movie? And they're like, this isn't like the old ones. They couldn't hit anything. Like, we're awesome and we can hit stuff.
Yeah, right. There's this whole thing called training. They never did before with us. Target practice and whatnot. So he just apparently died there, right?
Yes.
So now they're about to wake him up one layer up. The problem with that is they're still down.
Yeah, one thing they don't touch on is I wonder, like, if it's possible to wake them up, like, in a different layer of dream that's not in order.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned that. It's like, what if they got woken up at the top level or two layers up from where they're at? What's going to happen to them?
I don't know.
I'm imagining bad things.
Well, yeah, or else they would just do that.
Right. Why do they have to do it in order? There they go. It's counting down. He doesn't want to come.
And he breaks her heart.
What? Huh.
Yeah, this is like the ultimate cathartic experience.
Huh.
Oh, God. Alright, here's my problem. Here it is. So, they spend all this time organizing these kicks on the other end. Since when can you just do your own kick from inside the dream?
Well, they just shocked him to get him awake. They did show if you kill someone in the dream, normally they wake up on the outside. Right?
Right. Normally. But then
Here's
they got done talking about all this stuff where, like, oh, if you kill yourself, you're going to go into limbo. So if you go into limbo and you kill yourself, you just wake back up?
Well, okay, so she made it look like they were killing him, but he also just got revived with the little shock thing.
So are you saying it's a coincidence that he woke up and got shocked at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, that's the way I understand it to be. Do I think it's perhaps horseshit? Maybe. So, okay. What is he saying here? I can't hear it.
I'm dying. Blah, 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 blah. The whole thing has been the fact that the dying dude has been a jerk to him and, has been an awful father. And so here's the part where he's finally like, oh, I pushed you so hard because I wanted you to succeed on your own. Like, I didn't want you to follow my footsteps and be a bad parent.
Right, and that's why you need to break up the business, because I want you to build something on your own.
Yeah. You can do it.
You can do it. So, that's them planting that idea, but is someone playing the dad there?
No, this is his own mind kind of playing this out. So the dad is just part of his subconscious.
Okay. So the trick is they had to get him to plant it himself.
Yep. That's the tricky thing about Inception, is that the person basically has to figure it out for themselves. You can't just make it happen.
Right. Last will and testament.
Yeah. He's got his little windmill thing. And flatline.
The dead face. Here it is.
And now they're coordinating all the kicks.
Yeah, this kick brought to you by flying face first into the other side of the elevator.
Why do I wake up? My nose is broken.
Ooh, doesn't sound fun at all. So now this is the kick for the people in there.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So they're all waking up at different times.
Right. Huh. Find who and bring him back?
They've got to find Saito, the Ra's al Ghul guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because remember, he died, so he's trapped in there.
Well, he wasn't dead yet when they went in there. How did they know he was dead? Didn't he say something that means someone's in here?
Yeah, that's a good call.
How do they know he's in there?
Maybe they just assumed that he was going to die while they were going in.
Gotcha. Okay, so now that kick has happened. Have any of them woken up in this world?
No, not yet. I think they show that. Well, actually, they don't show that at all until I think he wakes up.
Then that tear hanging out there in her eye is really annoying. We did.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And that's...
Oh, God. That's it right there.
Yep. The heartstrings.
Oh, man.
So, because you pointed at your heart, and this is a podcast, you just pointed at...
I just couldn't put into words.
Wes is on the verge of teary towns.
Between...
No,
they use the formula. They use old people and kids. They freaking cheated.
I'll tell you, like, if we weren't dicking around doing this podcast, I'd probably get a little emotional at that too. Especially just the thought of growing old with my wife and sharing a life together, stuff like that. This always touches me.
Well, because like the whole time, like they're showing just them as they are, and it's like, oh, and you don't think much about it, and all of a sudden, she's like, "You said we'd grow together," and he's like, "We did." And then it shows them, and you're like, "Oh my God, they did! They did it!"
It's like, I love you.
I know.
Oh, the heartstrings.
Oh my God!
There we go.
You think they'll say that in the new Star Wars movie?
No.
I think they freaking have to.
Why?
Oh, they totally will.
Oh, I hope they don't. I really don't want cheesy, like, callbacks to the old movie lines. Like, I want them to just make great movies that stand on their own. They don't need...
You know they're going to have some throwback stuff. Like, that'll be in there. I have a bad feeling about this will be in there.
I think that Chewie will probably say at some point like he did in the other movie.
That's probably true. I think he will.
And also,
R2 will say that.
Why is Chewie gonna whistle?
Don't you remember when he whistled all those times?
Oh, good. That was our first chance to test how whistling sounds when we do it right into the mic. Sorry for the peeking.
Peeking like Peking duck? Blah, 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 blah.
So he and Ra's al Ghul are still down there, and he's there trying to find him. Now this is the throwback to the very first scene of, him trying to get out. Yeah, there we go. And so Ra's al Ghul's already been there forever because he's already ancient.
Yeah. So I just have another question that I just thought about.
Why is he so old? Anyway, go ahead.
They're now underwater in that van.
Right.
And obviously it's going to take a little while for them to get back.
Yeah.
So let's say the average person can hold their breath for a minute.
2 layers deeper, though.
Right. But that means time's going to pass by even further in that level.
Right. So yeah, no, they've got lots of time here in this reality, while only a few seconds is passing in the underwater reality. So I get what you're saying. I
Yeah.
totally get what you're saying. But what I don't understand is why Ra's al Ghul is already so old.
Maybe because he's been down there longer than...
No, they went there first because they're in limbo, right?
Yeah.
So they've been in limbo. He went there before Ra's al Ghul died. Ra's al Ghul then died, but he's already super ancient. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think it's two things. One, I think they tried to make Leonardo here, Leonard. I think they tried to make him look older here, but they just didn't do as good of a job with it. And so since Ra's al Ghul was older than him, like, he's gonna look even older because he's...
You know what? He looks like the bad guy from Big Trouble in Little China in this a little bit. Like, because they did the old man makeup on him as well.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
what?
Where am I? So now, here's the thing. Did he actually just wake up? Or is he now still in his limbo dream that he's in control of? So
well,
this is another place where it could be like...
Would you like a microwave towel?
Yeah. I'm thinking about breaking up the company. All on my own came up with that idea. I think it's a good idea.
I'm so proud of myself.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, he's got to be freaking out because they're looking at him like, oh, he just woke up, and like he's been down there for God knows how long.
Yeah, long enough to like forget about stuff.
Yeah,
they
and he's like, what the hell?
But once again, did he actually just wake up? Or is he actually still a dream?
Yeah.
Within a dream, within a dream, and a dream. Limbo land.
And so watch, here comes the scene with the no wedding ring. Could you look worse? I'm going to stand here and look guilty.
I'm not at all suspicious.
Yeah, at this point in the movie, like I'm still writing like the old people thing, and then
you're still bawling.
Yeah, like I've still got that going on, but now he's home. Like you've got that wrapped up. Yeah, job well done. You don't know who I am. He's like, what? That guy looks familiar.
Wait a minute. I kind of feel like I had a dream within a dream about that guy.
Did we make out in a dream? No, that was in real life.
Wait a minute. He gets arrested. Oh.
So now he's there with his father-in-law.
Yeah. Kids aren't there, though. He's going to find the kids in the scene that he always imagines, which makes it seem like he's in a dream. And all of this stuff is happening very conveniently. Like, one thing after another. No real interactions with anybody else.
Oh, it's the end of the movie.
I know. But, like, there we go. Spins the top. Gets distracted. Because the kids are the same age. Those are the same exact kids.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, man. They're the same age. He got distracted from the top, and he runs out to see them, just as he remembered them in his dreams. And oh, wait. The top's still spinning.
But they don't say how long he's been gone, though. Maybe he's only been gone 6 months.
I mean, that's possible, but I don't know, man. I think he's still dreaming. And like you're watching this, you're like, "Oh, is he gonna fall? Is he gonna fall? It's getting a little wobbly.
Oh, God.
Is he gonna fall? Is he gonna fall?" And they cut away before it falls. Those bastards.
It starts to wobble an awful bit at the end there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's it.
That movie's over. Goodness gracious. So, like, I mean, we talked plenty about things as it went along, but I don't know, man. Like, I would totally be down for more movies in this universe.
Oh yeah, I think you could easily do that. And if the problem is like the actors and things like that, them not being on board,
Doesn't
like
have to be with them.
right, you could easily do other movies that don't involve them. Like I said, the building of the technology. Like I want to see them create it, and better yet, I want to see them test it. Like I want to see the first guy go into the dream.
Yeah, and like how jacked up he got because they screwed up the way they do it.
Like they lost the first 10 people that go in. They're like, uh oh, whoops.
No, the first 9, and then you have the 10th one.
The 10th man,
but like Weapon X. And it's Wolverine.
And he's got claws. This doesn't sound like a movie I want to see.
Oh, man. Speaking of movies I want to see within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what are you thinking about Deadpool?
Oh, man. So, they had a panel for that today.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they had lots of good stuff going on. So they had the 20th Century Fox panel, which was X-Men Apocalypse and Deadpool. And apparently they showed footage from both. The Deadpool thing, you'd either have to find like a leaked video online because I think they said the trailer would be out this fall. They said they wanted today to just be for the Comic-Con people. Also at the DC or the Warner Brothers event, right before they did the Batman Superman stuff, they had the entire cast of Suicide Squad come out and they showed a trailer for that.
Huh.
Which
an actual trailer for
an actual trailer. Now, they didn't release it, but it has leaked online. I watched it earlier.
Of course.
And
we here at Chad and Wess Make a Podcast do not support finding illegally leaked things. Just thought I'd say that. Okay, anyway.
It was from the dark corners of the internet, also known as Facebook. Yeah, so they did a trailer for that, and so it looks. I mean, granted, the quality wasn't great, and it was kind of hard to hear some of the things. But I mean, from what you got to see, it looked really good. And the trailer closes out with the Joker.
Like it just the word the Joker just flash up on the screen.
No, like Jared Leto playing the Joker.
Oh, okay. You need to say "God, I hate you" louder because they probably didn't hear that on.
No, I've got to say it under my breath.
So
Inception, the movie we watched.
No, whatever. No, dude, like there are so many movies coming out that I'm excited for, including Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man.
Next week.
Yeah. Well, it's Sunday, so technically this week.
That's true.
Yeah. So on Thursday evening, we'll be popping back over here to record the after movie spoilers. Gonna ruin that movie.
Yep, Chad and Wes ruin a movie. Going to be our first episode. We're going to be covering Ant-Man, and it won't be nearly as long as this podcast.
Oh no,
because it's just going to be our kind of conversation post movie, discussing what happened, our nerd issues with it, our nerdgasms about it. It's going to be fun for us at least.
Yeah. It's been getting really good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'm even more excited about it. Like, I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so I want to go see it, but apparently, like, it's been getting really, really good reviews, and so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, no, dude, I can't wait to see that. There's a lot of movies. Like, we've been emailing back and forth and texting back and forth about movies coming out this year and, like, the premieres that we could go to see to do Chad and Wes Ruin a Movie episodes, and there's actually quite a few that I'm excited enough to see to, like, really, I'd like to do an episode on. Like, there's a lot of them that I see that I'm like, yeah, I would see it, but.
Oh, and we're just getting started. Like, starting next year, we're looking at 4 and 5 superhero movies a year, which is, like, just to think about the way that the superhero comic book community is now, like, controlling the big budget movies of the year.
Superhero movies like Superman, not hero movies like Batman, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, that's why they had to put Superman in the movie with Batman, so it would be a superhero movie.
Right. Otherwise, it would have just been a hero movie.
Exactly.
Because he's just a human with fancy toys.
That's right.
Anything about this movie, though, like you said, we should maybe... Any parting thoughts? I'd love sequels and prequels and all that, but...
I mean, just for me, like, there are some movies that you can watch multiple times, and, you know, they start to get a little stale, and then you have to, you know, wait further in between viewings and things like that. This is just one of those movies that I can watch over and over again, and I still have some kind of experience every time that I watch it. And like I said, there's more stuff you catch each time.
Yeah, there's definitely things that I caught this time, especially since we were having conversations about it. Sure, we talked about things that were not even remotely related to the movie, but there were times like the conversations we had about it, it's like, oh, well, that brings a whole new like viewpoint to the...
Yeah, and there were a lot of stuff that we kind of picked apart and was like, oh, whose dream is it? And, or, you know, why isn't this happening? That kind of stuff. But that's the danger of making a movie that people actually have to think about, is that they start thinking about it and then they start to find the little holes that you maybe don't see in the fun movies.
Right. Well, cool, man. Well, I'm done with commenting. It is wee hours of the morning, and I'm ready for the sleepy times. But you any parting thoughts? Anything else?
No. I mean, that's it. Good times. If anyone is out there listening to it, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Leave comments if you're on SoundCloud. Leave comments there. You can, if you're listening to us on iTunes, you can find us on SoundCloud. Just go over to the website there and search for Chad and Wes Make a Podcast.
Yeah, you can, and you know, iTunes wise, leave us a review. Give us feedback. We definitely want to hear what you enjoyed, what you did not enjoy. We would like to make this enjoyable for anyone that might listen.
Yeah. So we've got a couple things coming up. We already talked about the Chad and Wes Ruin a Movie, talking about Ant-Man and other movies that'll be coming out. We'll spend some brief moments of time directly after the movies, recording some thoughts and kind of letting you know what's going to be going on. Obviously, all of that is going to be very, very spoiler-filled, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, which you probably won't since we will have just come from it, then you'll want to steer clear of those.
Yeah, we'll warn you in any episodes where there's like legit chance of there being spoilers. Like Inception came out years and years ago. It should go without saying you should have seen it by now if you were worried about that.
Statute of limitations. The other thing to look out for is Chad and Wes watch a trailer. One of those actually just got recorded earlier today, and so you'll be able to see that online this week, where we, you know, watch a movie trailer and give our thoughts on that and kind of speculate about what a movie might be about and, you know, our interest in going to see it. So it's definitely going to be about things that we will probably end up watching at some point.
Yeah, and that's like about upcoming things that we're particularly interested in. I'm sure a lot of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC Universe, various nerd movies are going to be in that. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us for Chad and Wes Watch a Movie. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes and follow us on SoundCloud. If you have comments or questions, or you just want to say hey, you can always email us at chadandwes@gmail.com. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time.
This has been a production of Chad and Wes Make a Podcast.